Hey guys, it's Sue. It's time for another Friday Reads video, and I'm currently listening to The Little Stranger by Sarah Waters. I'm a little more than halfway through. It's the story of the Ayers family. They are living in this sort of dilapidating mansion. There's the mother and her two grown children, Roderick and Caroline. And we are learning the story about the house and the family through a doctor who, as a little boy, his mother used to work as one of the servants in the house. And now there's literally just one servant. They can't really afford anything else or anyone else to run the house, but he's called back to the house as a doctor to take care of that one servant and kind of reconnects with the family and ends up really kind of drawn into their world and their situation. There's a lot of, like I said, this kind of just building up of history and what's going on, and it's a little more than about halfway through before some strange things start happening and Roderick starts acting a bit odd. He does have some issues with his health himself because of injuries during the war, some burns, and an injury to his leg. But he seems to be starting to act rather strange. So I'm curious to see where the story is going. It is a little slow, like I said, and I don't really know what the major plot of it is. I thought there was some sort of horror theme involved, and I'm waiting to see that kind of develop. At least I hope it does. I'm also just about finished with Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I've got that much left to read, and as much as I kind of thought I knew about the story, there's a lot more I didn't know about the character and everything, and I've kind of forgotten how it ends, to tell you the truth, so I will be at least surprised, and yeah, I'm hoping to finish that this weekend. I've been reading Y: The Last Man. This is Kimono Dragons, Volume 8 by Brian K. Vaughan. He's also the artist and author of Saga, and this is a pretty good series. This particular issue seemed just really rather dark in tone in terms of the coloring, and making me a little plod through it a little bit more, but it's still a really interesting story, and definitely one I recommend you picking up. I'm also reading a manga, because I always gotta juggle a whole bunch of books, I know. I'm reading Oku, The Inner Chambers by Fumi Yoshinaga, and she's a really great I forget what the term is, mangaka? Something, the one who does the art and storyline of these. It's just the illustrations are just absolutely gorgeous. Look at this page. Isn't that just beautiful? And this one's really intriguing because it takes place in like the Edo period of Japan, and some strange red pox plague has struck, basically devastating the male population. It's like almost 80% of the male population dies immediately, and now the women have stepped into these traditional roles held by men, including the shogun. And the later issues are now sort of going back into the beginning of when this plague started and showing the development and how society sort of had to shift positions and things like that, and the gender roles and how they've changed. And it's just really very like an epic story. There's some romance and political intrigue and things like that throughout, and it's just definitely has this epic feel to it. I'm really, really enjoying this. And if I get through any of those, or just ready to start a new novel, probably when I finish Charlotte Bronte, my plan is to just kind of go light and read something really enjoyable and fun and light, but with a bit of mystery, and that is Theodosia and the Last Pharaoh by R.L. Lefevre. This is book 4 in the Theodosia series, and it's a middle grade series, just really delightful about this young kind of precocious girl whose parents are, they run like a museum, and they bring back these artifacts and stuff from Egypt and various places, but she can sense the evil from them and is able through certain techniques to rid the evil of the objects and stuff. But there are other groups kind of at work that want to take over these objects to use for their own evil plans and stuff. So it's just a really delightful series. She's got this pet cat named Isis, and the books have some illustrations throughout them as well. I definitely recommend the series a lot, but I was trying to decide what I wanted to read next. I was kind of flipping through some of my books and picked this one up and just read a couple pages, and I thought, yep, that's the one I want next. So those are the books I'll be juggling this weekend, and yeah, I don't think the weather's going to be nice to do anything else but read. So that's my plans. Let me know down below what you guys are reading, and I hope you have a great time, a great weekend. See you next time. Bye-bye.